what está cabrón, soy un Sancho King. Así que dale, y despacito, porque lo mueve, pero muy rico. Así que dale, y despacito, porque lo mueve, pero bonito.
What it do? Welcome to Sancho Fantasy. Guys, this is week 12, start and sit. I'm going to do a real life example of a 12-man PPR league start and sit video here. Starting off with my lineup, I'm going to go ahead and give you my confidence levels as far as if I would start them or sit them. And again, this is dependent on your team, league size. Also, what's available. Some teams may be struggling with wide receivers. For example, mine in this one is where I lost Robert Woods. So I have been struggling. However, actually, last couple weeks it's been switching around. One reason why I don't really draft wide receivers in the first about 4 rounds. I go running back heavy. Anyway, that's another story, another video. Watch one of my worst teams video, and you'll see this example, and I go more thoroughly as to what happened. Anyway, Cam Newton, start, emergency play. DJ Moore, start, emergency play only. He's been okay with Cam, but still shaky to me. I want to see another solid week. Then I'd be more okay with it. Michael Gallup, again, I kind of went desperate here. I was thinking, it's going to be a shootout. There's no CeeDee Lamb. There's no Cooper. But to be honest, it's kind of disappointing. 15 points is okay. But at this point, you were hoping for 20. But I don't know. Dak was looking at the other wide receivers, number 85 and Wilson. Unfortunately, I'm going to drop Gallup. Anyway, Montgomery, I would actually prefer to sit because he hasn't proven anything yet after his injury. But I had no other choice in this league, so I had to start him. Nick Chubb, start. I prefer to sit, to be honest. Why? Kareem Hunt is going to be back. I don't know how that split's going to go. I'm not really high on Nick Chubb. I prefer him to be like a flex to me. But here we are, and I got to start him. There's no questions asked. Again, watch that video as to how I ended up with Chubb. Dalton Schultz, solid play. I was thinking along the same mindset of Michael Gallup, with 2 wide receivers out and what's his name? Zeke banged up. I thought Schultz was going to be a solid play, and it was okay. Don't get me wrong. As long as I get 10 for my tight end, I'm happy. But he got me 15. It's respectable. I may switch up Brandon Ayuk here. He is kind of hot though right now. Actually, and Elijah Moore. So I might flip these 2 around. Now, if I had to pick one, I would honestly go with Ayuk, only because Elijah is getting what's his name, the quarterback Wilson back, and I think he's the worst QB on that team right now. So right now, I think Brandon Ayuk is my pick. But Elijah, I would start if you are desperate. He has been on fire, and I'm hoping for the best. Oh, excuse me, kind of tired. Rob Gronkowski, start, automatic. He is gonna score you. I think a touchdown's coming up this week. He's been solid. Brady looks for him. Alex Collins is droppable, but again, dependent on your roster. I only have him for depth, and yeah, I'm about to drop him, to be honest. Devin Booker, sit. Again, Alex Collins, sit. Devin Booker, sit. Unless Barkley's hurt, he is useless. Sorry to say it that way, but yes, not fantasy relevant. Ty Johnson, emergency running back only. In my case, I lost Michael Carter to IR, so I picked up Johnson. I just have him as an emergency. Odell Beckham, he was on the waivers. I just want to see how that split happens with Van Jefferson and Cup want to see how this rolls out, right? So I'm just holding off. I may just drop if I see nothing. All right, let's go to the next team. I do apologize. I am extremely tired. Technically, I'm on a food coma right now. All right, Stafford start, Cup start, Wilson, good start for Crosby, FTW here. JT start. Ingram is out, sit, bench. Kyle Pitts, I would honestly sit him, but probably your only choice. So start. Yeah, just don't be surprised if you get another single digit game. What's his name? Miles Sanders. Excuse me. Emergency play only. But I would sit AJ Dillon. You can start. Um, unless Aaron Jones comes back, then he sits. Corey Davis sit. Ty sit. DeAndre Hopkins is questionable, obviously, but he's on bye. And Zach Ertz is on bye. All right. Haneke, emergency play only. He's been solid. I was actually looking at his game log. I don't think he has a single digit game all season. So he won't kill you. So I'm actually going to start him on a different team. Myers sit. Marvin Jones sit. Like, I don't know the hype here. He hasn't done anything. I don't care who's out. He hasn't done chingaderas. Fournette, you can start. Again, don't be surprised he hasn't been doing as good as this little hot streak. Like week 4, 5, 6, 7. He's been kind of okay, but it's definitely start. Freeman, he's gonna be volatile. Play an emergency play, sure. Waller is probably gonna be out, but if he plays, you start him. J.D. McKissick sit, and Tyler Boyd sit. I honestly would drop him. I don't. He is useless to me. I can't trust somebody like that. Cooper obviously is out. Okay, next team. Herbert start. Devontae Smith emergency play, but he has been solid. So yeah, start. DK Metcalf. I would prefer to sit, but obviously, just because of the struggles with Russell Wilson as of late, but it's probably there's probably not a better option on your bench. And if he goes off, then it's gonna look bad. But honestly, I personally sit if I can. Jacobs will started good. Aaron Jones, I would sit preferably. I want to see, he might come back on a limited, um, just limited. So just be careful there. Mark Andrews start. Van Jefferson, I would sit. I honestly don't get the hype. I mean, yes, I get it. Woods is out, very talented, but he's so volatile. I want to see at least 2 weeks where he's actually startable. Brandon Bolden, sit. Foreman, sit. Robinson, sit, obviously. And then let's go to the next one. Russell Wilson, I'd sit if I can. Jamar Chase, start. Judy, sit. James Robinson, start. Saquon Barkley, start. Fryermuth, start. Gibson, emergency play only. But yeah, startable. Cordero Patterson, emergency play only, just because I don't know how involved he's going to be with his injury. But I'd start if he plays. CeeDee Lamb, no. Wilson, start if an emergency, though. Like, honestly, I don't like any of these guys. I take that back. Sit. No, I want to see more. I just steer away from the San Francisco backfield. I've been saying this forever now. So anyway, I'd sit. And Tony, I'd sit. I need players that are going to help me out now, not possibly no, possibly yeah, no. Jalen Hurts, start. Diggs, obviously, start. Dylan, start. Gaskin, emergency play only. but I'd rather sit, but he can, if you need to, sure, start. Oh, I don't know why he plays Zach Moss. I don't know if he just gave up. Higby, ah, man, it's rough. I'd sit, man. I drop him. I don't. He is no bueno. But I guess start. Randall Cobb, I sit. I actually cut. Conklin, start. Marquise Brown, start. And Kirk Cousins, I'd start. Rogers, start. Renfro, man, I can't. I dropped him in a different league, but because I had to pick up Clyde. Anyway, that's a different story. Devontae Adams, start. Joe Mixon, Joe Mixon, start. Melvin Gordon, start as an emergency play only for under running backs. George Kittle, start. Tony Pollard, I guess, was a start. I would have sat, to be honest, but Dak Prescott, start. Gesicki, start. Emmanuel Sanders, bench, cut. Knox, start. And AJ Green, oh yeah, he's on bye. I was gonna say something else, but it's all right. Josh Allen, start. Mooney, start. Deontay, start. Swift, cut. If I could, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it was. This one hurt this week, but anyway. Henderson, start. Hunter Henry, start. T. Higgins, emergency play only. Um, watch my latest waiver wire videos. I prefer the other guys. He's just floor is very low, ceiling's very low. I'm not a fan. Bateman, I would honestly sit, but in an emergency play, sure, expect 10 points ish. Elijah Mitchell, if he plays, sure, you can start. But honestly, again, this San Francisco, I sit. This whole backfield, I'd sit. Javante, I'd sit. I want to see it first. I want to see if he actually is going to take over that backfield. Ramondre, I'd sit. And then that's it for this team. Oh, let me go back to Tom Brady, start. Justin Jefferson, start. Keenan Allen, start. Dalvin Cook, start. Singletary, I cut. Cook, emergency only. I would honestly sit, but again, some of us are in need, but I still sit. Pittman, he has been on the low and underperforming, and it's not his fault. It's Jonathan Taylor has been taking over the team. He is the team. So I prefer to sit. But he is going against Tampa Bay. Okay, I'd start just this weekend. Give him another chance. Herbert, sit. Derek Carr, I prefer to sit, but there he is. Right, he went off a little bit to 21 points, which is what you're looking for on your from your QB. Jarvis, oh man, I'd sit. Yeah, no, I want to see it more. And Kareem Hunt, if he plays, start. Logan Thomas, if he starts, be an emergency, sure. Let's check out the next team. Lamar Jackson, start. Mike Evans, start. Terry, start. Elliott, start. And he already played. Najee, start. Hawkinson, I prefer to sit. The next, from now on, but again, it might be your only choice. Waddle, start. Burrow, start. Mike Davis, droppable. Claypool, droppable. Dan Arnold, start. Teddy B, bench. Brandon Cooks, start. Jamison Crowder, emergency play only. McCaffrey, start. Harris, emergency play only. Goddard, start. Sutton, droppable, in my opinion. Kenny Galladay, droppable. And all these buys. This guy lost A.J. Brown as well. All right, man, that was it. Any other questions? Oh, you know what? Let's just take a look at the waivers and see who I starts it. Once I start an emergency, Mac Jones, expect low end double digits, but he won't kill you. but again, emergency play only. Garoppolo, emergency play only. Uh, Minnesota has been allowing a lot of passing yards, and that's another reason I'm starting Ayuk. And that's really it, man. Tannehill just took another hit. I can't start him. He's like Matt Ryan right now. They lost valuable weapons, and it's no bueno. Okay, so I honestly steer away from all the New Orleans players, and you see why. This is exactly why. Okay, see this one, Westbrook, EKN is super an emergency. Who knows how it's gonna go out? It might be him this week, but next week, or excuse me, like last week, it was him. It's the wide receiver one, I guess, and then tomorrow might be any other guy. I don't like that. Chanel can stay there until we see more production from Chanel. I'm not picking him up. Robbie, emergency, super emergency play only. I know he's getting looked at more with Cam, but not worth a start. Russell Gage, same. It might be him, 1 week, and then it's Zacchaeus the next, and forget that headache. Tim Patrick, same, unfortunately. With Judy back, this wide receiver core is just trash. I'm okay. Marquez Valdez is, if I'd play him only it's an emergency. Like, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel here. But only if Lazard is out. KJ Bourne, again, this emergency. This whole wide receiver core is not worth it to me. No, I'm good. No. I don't want to give any approvals here until we see more. Man, unfortunately, Brian Edwards, what an unfortunate player, man. Like, he has talent, but they're not using him. David Johnson, super an emergency, man. Like, nah, I'm good. Hillard, same. Like, any of these guys, to be honest, it's just no. Get your handcuffs, like right here. Michelle, Hyde, and Madison, and Perrine. No, man. Oh, excuse me, man. I plan on making more videos, guys, and I do apologize about this late one. I've just been busy, birthdays and celebrations, and you get it. Ingram, emergency. Man, none of these other guys, to be honest. Usama, emergency. No, you at this point you're just looking for points. Frexker, excuse me. Sure, emergency. I play him over any other guys above. Jack Doyle still getting looked at, man. He is not. I don't think he's good, but he's getting looked at. And that's it, man. Make sure Logan Thomas is off the waivers. With that said, any other questions, just leave them in the comment section. All right. With that said, hasta la próxima. Peace.
Certified cabrón, soy un Sancho King. Así que dale, y despacito, porque lo mueve, pero muy rico. Así que dale, y despacito, porque lo mueve, pero bonito.